In this video, I'm going to react to America's CRAM weapon system. Welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. This is the place where I react to music, media, sports, anime, anything related to popular culture. I'll watch it with an open mind and give you my 100% honest reaction to it. And if you could please hit that like button early, I'd really appreciate it. Now, this should be interesting. Like, I know nothing about this weapon other than the fact that in the thumbnail, it just looks absolutely terrifying. I mean, it just looks big, intimidating, like something that you would not want to be on the wrong end of. And I think it was developed by the US military. In fact, I know it is based on the fact that the channel that made this video is called US Military News. And it was recommended to me in the video for the Ghost Rider AC-130J. And yeah, I just think it's going to be an absolute fun video to watch. So let's go. This is going to be me reacting to America's CRAM weapon system. Let's do it.
CRAM, an advanced automated point defense Gatling gun.
Good grief.
Indirect fire from mortars, missiles, and artillery shells is a very serious concern for armed forces in a battle. But thanks to point defense systems like the CRAM, indirect fire of this nature may have met its match. The CRAM, standing for Counter Rocket Artillery and Mortar, is a land-based phalanx weapon system with the capability of integration with other protection sensors and systems. The system is designed and manufactured by the American company Raytheon. Phalanx is a rapid-fire, computer-controlled radar and 20mm gun system that automatically acquires, tracks, and destroys enemy threats that have penetrated all other ship defense systems. The Phalanx was designed in the beginning as a ship-based...
The sound it makes, that zzz, it's like a chainsaw. The projectiles per minute, or what is it, the rounds per minute, must be insanely high.
Anti-missile system. The Centurion weapon system mission represents a revolutionary approach to countering insurgent activities by intercepting rockets, artillery, and mortar rounds in the air before impact, thereby reducing or eliminating any damage they might cause. The CRAM's naval equivalent, the Phalanx Close-In Weapon System, CWIS, was first developed as an automated weapons defense system in 1973.
Wow, 1973, so it's been around, you know, in some iteration for 50 years almost.
And incorporated a 20mm M61 Vulcan Gatling gun autocannon used since 1959. The Navy Phalanx system was first appraised as a possible ground-based variant in 2004. Phalanx was selected partly because it could be readily interfaced with a multitude of sensors and systems designed to provide an overarching protection umbrella of sights on the ground.
Gosh.
In its land-based configuration, the land-based Phalanx weapon system, LPWS system, is mounted on a wheeled platform in order to provide...
You've just got to like hope that, you know, whatever program or you know, system is managing this weapon never goes haywire. Like, imagine an event, you know, like a Terminator. You would not want this machine to fall prey to, you know, a program that's out to destroy humans, because you would not want to be on the receiving end of this weapon right here.
Provide enhanced stability on site and mobility for repositioning and deployment. The Centurion CRAM can, for example, be mounted on a trailer or the rear side of the Oshkosh truck. In October 2008, Raytheon and Oshkosh unveiled the Mobile Centurion, which mounts the system on a hybrid electric heavy expanded mobility tactical truck. The first battle-ready CRAM system was deployed to Iraq in 2010 in order to...
Jeez, are the ones that are lit up, those are the tracers, right? it looked like every round was the tracer, yet tracers are like every 5th or 6th round. I need to see that shot again.
To Iraq in 2010 in order to protect the Green Zone, an area in Baghdad used as an American embassy. Trials of this system showed that it was capable of knocking out 70 to 80% of rockets and mortar shells fired within its area of control. The CRAM system has successfully intercepted hundreds of rockets and mortar shells fired at the Green Zone, thereby proving the system's capability as a defensive system.
Crazy. So the bangs are when it's intercepted something, right?
Like its naval counterpart, the CRAM utilizes advanced search and track Ku-band radar systems that feature closed-loop spotting technology to automatically acquire and track targets and engage them. Ku-band, in case you're not aware, is a portion of the electromagnetic spectrum in the microwave range of frequencies between 12 and 18 gigahertz. Similar systems were installed on the Space Shuttle to help identify and track other spacecraft. The system can also be integrated with an array of other sensors and systems to help provide an overarching protective umbrella to protect a given location on the ground. The weapon's primary armament is the 20mm Vulcan Gatling gun. It consists of 6 optimized barrels augmented with forward-looking infrared sensors. The barrels are secured together at the muzzle, mid-barrel, and breech to provide enhanced accuracy and enable fire to constrain shot dispersion patterns. The M61 is a hydraulically, electrically, and pneumatically driven, air-cooled, electrically fired Gatling gun rotary cannon that's been used in one form or another on various fixed-wing military aircraft, tanks, and ships for over 5 decades. It was originally produced by...
Look at that. This just looks insane. It just looks badass. The black with the gold. Yeah.
General Electric. The U.S. Army also uses the M61 in the M167 and M163 air defense systems as the primary gun system on the F-15, F-16, and F-18 fighters of the United States Air Force. The gun is also used as the tail gun on the B-52H bomber, while a lightweight variant is used on the F-22 Raptor fighter. But all that firepower is also half the story. If you can't track and accurately put the cannon rounds in the right place at the right time, you basically have a fancy piece of pyrotechnics. This is achieved through the combination of advanced sensors that enable the CRAM to simultaneously search, track, engage incoming targets, and prioritize targets and make kill assessments in both daytime and nighttime.
Wow.
CRAM's Ku-band radar system enables the weapon system to detect potential threats early in their flight and then pass on their trajectory and vector data to the system's tracking algorithms only when it judges them to be a real and present danger. Target tracking and engagement is further enhanced.
It's crazy how algorithms and programs are just so intertwined in every facet of life nowadays. There's algorithms in social media, there's algorithms, in the military, in cars. Like a lot of now high performance cars have algorithms to manage, heat dispersion, things like that, electronics. It's crazy. Like we're living in the future right now.
By a sophisticated thermal imaging system to help improve targeting. This system operates in the 8 to 12 micron wavelength range and is mounted on a stabilizing pedestal attached to the weapon's main antenna radome. It provides very reliable night and day passive search and tracking, while also improving the overall anti-air warfare performance of the system in multi-path environments. Other tracking systems integrated into the Centurion CRAM system include Northrop Grumman's AN/TPQ-36 short-range firefinder radar and the lightweight
That was a long name.
counter-mortar radar to detect and track fired rounds. This hardware is controlled by fire control subsystems like Northrop Grumman Mission Systems Forward Area Air Defense Command and Control System, which ties together the sensors and weapons of the Army's short-range air defense battalions.
Doesn't it sound like a chainsaw to you guys? It really does. Like,
As you might expect, such a sophisticated piece of kit does not come cheap. Each CRAM system costs somewhere in the range of $10 to $15 million, depending on the final spec of the units purchased. But that's only the cost to initially acquire the technology. With such a massive rate of fire, this unit literally burns through bullets. Depending on the number of munitions spent, a typical engagement with a single missile could range between $30,000 to $60,000.
Wow.
Some other estimates put the figure at around $40,000 per missile. This is not only costly from a material point of view, but is also one of the main disadvantages of the system. By spending so much on ammo on a single threat, a limited ammunition supply will theoretically limit the number of threats that the unit can engage at a given time. By some estimates, this might mean that the Centurion CRAM might have a maximum anti-ram cap of about 5 incoming rounds before needing to be reloaded. The system has some other perceived weaknesses too. For example, it takes about 5 seconds to acquire, lock onto, and engage a threat. It also has a fairly short effective.
I mean, 5 seconds, doesn't sound so bad, but then, the projectile might be incoming at an extremely high clip, a high rate of speed. So that 5 seconds, by the time the machine has found its target, it might be too late. Yeah.
Range of between 100 and 1,000 meters. These weaknesses aside, it's shown itself to be one of the most effective anti-missile, mortar, and artillery defense systems in the world. For this reason, it'll likely remain an important player for many armed forces around the world for many years to come.
It's just spitting fire. Crazy. Look at the munitions, man.
So I basically keep my hands down like this and just going like this as it's going up. Feeds it in.
Crazy. That thing is not to be trifled with. The narrator didn't mention the rounds per minute, but if I had to estimate, probably in the thousands, something like maybe 6,000 rounds a minute, something huge like that, which would put it at 100 rounds a second. Yeah, I mean, that thing, at night, the night shots were the coolest for me. Just seeing the tracers, just how many tracers and how quickly they were going out. Yeah, really amazing machine. The innovation in the military, in the US military, is just astounding. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and keep throwing the recommendations my way. I know I say it all the time, but they genuinely help me out, because if I know you enjoyed watching something, I'll definitely enjoy reacting to it. So like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, keep throwing the recommendations, and I'll catch you in the next one.